The following contest is scheduled for a 2-hour time limit. Introducing first, coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, wrestling reporter and columnist Justin LaBar. And his opponent, you. Call, tweet, email because you can go one-on-one with Justin LaBar in Wrestling Reality. Right now on Trib Live Radio.
They are back. Seeing double. 2 is better than 1. It takes 2 for a threesome. Whatever you want to say. The Bella Twins are back. It's WrestleMania season. It is Christmas season for a wrestling fan. I am Justin LaBar here, Wrestling Reality, one-on-one with me here on Trib Live Radio, presented to you by the Pub at Tonidale. A great night last night at the Pub at Tonidale. Thanks again to everybody who came out. Thanks to Sean, Rob, and the entire staff there. Wonderful place. Make sure you get out and check it out. We'll be back there, I think, again on April 1st, I believe is our next date. We'll be doing another Monday night show there. So the Pub at Tonidale, great Monday night show. Of course, we were leading into Raw. And then Raw, we got it. It was the first live bit of programming from WWE since the tragic death of Paul Bearer, William Paul Bearer Moody. And WWE did it right. WWE reminded us that when put to the task, when put up in the most significant situations possible, they still know how to deliver. Everything that I wanted was done. We had the urn. I thought we needed to have that. We had that. Undertaker starts the show. He comes out just as I had said. Actually, and Brian Gouldson and I thought this might happen at WrestleMania. They did it last night. Undertaker drops to one knee, does his signature salute, and then the in memory of a graphic comes up on the Titantron. Love that. And I love the fact that they got involved with Kane. It makes total sense. WWE and pro wrestling in general, they can leave storylines open-ended. They can forget about them. They can drop them a lot. You know, who raised the briefcase at King of the Ring 99? Why did the stage collapse on Mr. McMahon? What was the real purpose of all the GTV? There's a lot of stuff that goes unanswered in the history of pro wrestling storylines. But the one thing WWE has really kept consistent with through all of the years is Kane and The Undertaker are brothers, the backstory of Kane, and of course Paul Bearer being the father of Kane. I love the fact that they did keep that relevant. If there's ever a time to finally address that and bring it back up for a situation, albeit a sad situation, but this is a situation to do it. I'm glad they had Kane get involved. It was a great way to fill a week with CM Punk. Obviously, last Monday they probably did not have this booking plan at all to have Kane chasing Punk around as Taker's brother, but then the tragic death happened Tuesday night of William Paul Bearer Moody. It was a great reaction. And then there's CM Punk. I talked about it all day yesterday. I talked about, is WWE going to use Paul Bearer's death in a storyline? And I had said, if they do, I'm not going to be offended by it, but I don't necessarily think they needed to. Well, they did, and they did it the right way. Anybody, and Punk did exactly what I suggested prior to Raw last night, which was he could mention Paul Bearer and he could show respect, put Paul Bearer over verbally, but still get heat on him. And he did exactly that when he said Paul Bearer, he said he respected him and his condolences are out there for the loss. And he said, Undertaker, you in his eyes you're perfect, but now you're going to be 20-1 come WrestleMania. It was a great way to do it. Stealing the urn at the end of Raw. Anybody who says that was a disrespect or a slap in the face or anything else negative to Paul Bearer, come on, man. He spent an entire life in pro wrestling. You don't think that his last dying wishes would be to help contribute to the entertainment product? And what a remembering, what a memorial that was to have the two guys that were his sons or his proteges and Kane and Undertaker pay homage to him and respect him. And then, of course, the best in the world, legitimately one of the best in the world in CM Punk, use that to further what's going to be a great WrestleMania match. If you got offended by that, you need to stop watching, okay? It's entertainment. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to announce who our first winner is from last night's contestants on winning a pair of tickets to sit in a suite at Monday Night Raw next week. And then I'm going to tell you what you have to do to win tickets here in the next hour. Sweet tickets, Raw, Consol Energy Center from Trib Live Radio. Come on, man.